All right, welcome in. It's Mr. Lasitis here. We're going to do some review for your fossils and rock layers test. First, we're going to start with some vocabulary. So, lots of new vocabulary here for our science. So, let's take a look at those first, and we'll look at some pictures to go along with them. Okay, first one is sedimentary rock. It says rock formed in horizontal layers from deposits of sediment in bodies of water over long periods of time. The best way to tell here is our keyword is sediment. Sediment is stuff. So let's look at a picture here to help us see that. Here's a picture of sedimentary rock. Got a bunch of different things in there, right? You can see some old shells. You can see different types of rock, all kind of combined into one. That is a sedimentary rock. All right, our next one is magma. This is the most exciting one, maybe. It's a molten and semi molten rock mixture found under the surface of the earth. So, we're going to look at some that's actually on the surface of the earth because when it's on the surface, it's called lava. But when it's under the surface, if you look at this picture here, it's called magma. So, lava is when it gets up to the surface, magma is that hot liquid rock mixture that is under the ground. And then when it comes out, we call it lava. All right, our next one is trilobite. That is an extinct group of, they were marine animals, arthropods, like insects or crustaceans, and we are only existing in fossils right now. So they look like this. And remember, they are extinct, so they're only in fossil form right now, and they kind of look like this. There's a few pictures of them. They look a little bit different. I haven't seen one, of course, but they look like tiny little insects there. They were marine creatures. Those are trilobites. All right, next up is a fossil, which most of you probably know what a fossil is, but it's the remain or traces of plants and animals that lived a long time ago. So that is a fossil. And, looks something like this. We've got a dinosaur over here. We've seen lots of those dinosaurs. You can have some snails or other things. It's anything, though. Remember, not just dinosaurs, but any remain or trace of plants and animals that lived a long time ago. That is a fossil. All right, our next one is volcano, which we've seen before, of course. The definition, though, is an opening in the Earth's crust that allows molten rock from beneath the crust to reach the surface. So that's when all this comes out. That is a volcano. Here's kind of the breakdown of a volcano. Got that magma, which was another one of our vocab words. And it's this whole structure is a volcano that brings the magma up to the surface and then out, usually through an explosion of ash and lava. And the last one for this video is the igneous rock, which are rocks formed from molten magma, material which is made liquid by the heat inside the Earth's mantle. So this is actually what's going on underneath the ground from the magma, and it creates these rocks. There's a lot of different varieties of igneous rocks. Here's a few. Most of them are usually categorized by how the grains are, so how small the grains are versus how big they are. Most of us have probably seen granite, maybe on a countertop or just out hiking around. Those have relatively large chunks in them, and some of them have very, very small pieces. Like obsidian, if you've ever seen it, is like it almost looks really smooth and it's black, but it does have small bits in there that is made from cooling magma.